Okay, so I've got four basic pages that every website needs to have. It's funny, a lot of people may actually skip some of these pages or not actually understand just how important they are for your website. But first, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Wade McMaster, and I'm basically here to help you try and get ahead online with your business and your online marketing. So yeah, if you haven't seen this video before, or you like what you see in this video I'm about to go into, please just hit the subscribe button below. There's a button just underneath this video, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and get more information like this on a semi-regular basis, depending on how often I make these videos. So basically, now this is not groundbreaking information what I'm about to go through. So you might be thinking, oh, this is cutting edge. It's not really. It's more common sense that a lot of people tend to overlook. It's right in front of them and they don't really understand just how important these things are. When you're actually starting a WordPress website or a website in general, whether it be e-commerce or a brochure website, blog, there's a few pages. A lot of people quite often land on pages, not necessarily your homepage, but other pages within your website. And if they like what they see, they tend to go looking elsewhere for more information just to try and gain a bit of trust and try and find out just how legitimate this website is. Because if they're going to keep visiting for information or even to make a purchase, they want to make sure that you're basically not full of it and you're not trying to rip them off. Uh, so I've got four pages for you. The first one is obviously your homepage. Now, every website has a homepage because without it, you don't have a website. It's the page that when they go to your URL, yourdomain.com, they land on that page, and that's basically your homepage. Now, obviously, the importance isn't necessarily in having the homepage, but making good use of it. When someone lands on your website, if they don't land on your homepage, one of the pages that they frequently visit straight away after they've ventured off the page they originally landed on is your homepage, because they want to know what the website's about. So a homepage is, you really need to make it a good introductory page. You want to make sure people understand exactly what it is that your website is about. You want to be able to say, okay, look, this is who we are, this is what we do, and you also want to make sure you've got a clear call to action that's there, so that way if people are unsure what it is you're trying to achieve, then they know straight away. So a lot of people who are into email marketing tend to have at the very top of their page, if you're running a business on how to get ripped and get six-pack abs, quite often they will have an ebook there, how to lose so many kilos of body fat in 6 weeks or something like that, free download, and generally they'll guide people that way so they sign up for their email list. So it's actually a functional page that allows you to grow your business. If you're using an email list, it can just be simply contact us for more information. It can be any call to action that you want, but at the same time, people understand what you're about when they can see exactly what it is you're trying to get them to do. And of course, from there, you can go down, tell them a little bit about yourself, about your services, about what the website has or contains, and people get an idea of what the website's about. So homepage, you really want to make sure you go into an introductory sort of spiel, a little bit about yourself, and go from there. Now, this is obviously can be a little bit different from platform to platform. If you're running a news website and you're updating constantly, you want to be able to have up the top in a very small area that you are a news website, fitness news, or maybe politics, or whatever it is you're going to go into. Maybe you do a news website about Transformer toys, which I've actually had a website in the past which talks about Transformers, and you want the news below that so they can see straight away, okay, this is a news website, and the call to action is, here's the news, go and read it. So you really want to think about what it is you want your customer to do when they land on your website, and you want your homepage to reflect that. So the next one I want to talk to you about is your About page. Now, I've actually been to a lot of websites that don't have About pages. A lot of people really want to find out the history of the person behind a website or the business itself, and they'll go to the About page. And then, so first of all, a lot of people don't have an About page. Second of all, a lot of people have a very poor About page. And once again, people are going there because they don't just want to read about the history, founded in 1912 and this back alleys of, they don't want to know all about, I mean, they may want to know about that stuff, but they want to know they can trust you. They want to know, okay, are these people legit? What's the reason they want to know more about you? Basically, you want to put there like either a photo of yourself, photo of your shop, staff, that kind of thing. You want to make sure that you're putting a lot of trust factors in there, so you can tell a little bit about your history, maybe some of the clients you've worked with, but you also want to tell them about what you offer. It's kind of like a summary of, say, a products and services page, which we're going to go into soon. So you want that page there, an about page, which basically tells people who you are. It really removes that barrier of mystery between them and who the business actually is. And you want to, basically get a bit of information there that generates a bit of trust. Now, I also recommend that if you are going to generate trust, you put a call to action there as well. Once again, email list. It could be to contact someone. It could be simply to download a file. It's because if someone is keen and they're like, oh, I want to subscribe or I want to contact these people, I just want to make sure they're trustworthy, then they're going to go to that about page. And once they get that box ticked where they go, yeah, okay, I'm willing to give these guys a go. If your call to action's right there and they don't have to go looking for it, the chances are they're going to click, go through. So that's your about page straight away. The next one is products and services. So if you're running a business and someone's chasing a service that you offer, you obviously want them to be able to find those services. So if someone lands on your homepage and they go, oh, I want to know if these people build websites. I want to know, do these guys concrete driveways? Do they build houses? Straight away you go, oh, well, I'll go to their products or services page. It doesn't have to be that exact phrase. It can be just services. It can be what we do. It can be some kind of description leading into, okay, I want to find out what these people do. So services, if you sell products. And pretty straightforward. You don't really need rocket scientists to show you how to, you want to list on the page what you do, a little bit of information about what you do. Don't just simply create a list of dot points if you can help it. And that way, if people want more information about you straight away, they can go on the website and they can see, oh, yep, these guys do this. They build websites or they concrete driveways. And that way they know that you're the business they're after. So from there, they're going to be looking to take the next step. And that's where the final page comes in, which is, once again, another page a lot of people don't have, which is a contact page. Like I said, not groundbreaking, not exciting, but a contact page is pretty important because someone might be wanting to contact you about getting work. Obviously, they want to just go, I want to be able to contact these people. Click the contact page button and go for it. But there's also more to it than that. If you don't necessarily have a business where people need to contact you, you kind of want to keep that barrier up, it's still good to have some form of connection because sometimes there are people out there who aren't customers, but they're people who simply want to work with you on a project, and there could be some really good opportunities there you're missing out on because you've made it very difficult to be contacted. I've had this in the past. I've run blogs where people have contacted me and willing to pay me $150, $200 just so they can post a sponsored article on my website. Or can you please, I'm willing to pay for ad space on your website and I want to pay $50 for 2 weeks, or it depends. Now, normally the websites that I get contacted on for these sorts of offers, they're not websites I necessarily want people to be contacting me all day on. I mean, I quite often encourage people to contact me because I want to interact with the people on those websites to try and get them coming back and to generate more of a community. But you need to understand that there are other opportunities out there that could be making you money. There could be partnership, or it could be anything exciting. And if you put a massive wall up that stops them from being able to contact you, then you could be missing out on a lot. So that's basically it. Now, to further the contact page, if you are a business driven primarily on contact, if you're a local plumber or a local electrician and you want people to contact you to order jobs, a contact page is a definite, but I would also recommend trying to get those contact details across your whole website. Now, a lot of the websites I do, I put a phone number and an email address right at the very top of the page, so that way if someone is looking for a local plumber or electrician or some kind of serviceman, they can punch it into Google, they arrive straight away. There's the phone number. They might not want to look through your website. They might just want the phone number. They might just want the email. So have the top of the page, even at the footer of your website, and if you got a sidebar in there, anywhere where you want them to not have to look for your contact details. You want them to simply be there whenever they're on your website. So that's just a bit of a tip about trying to make your website operate well. So just to recap, so you got your home page where you're going to introduce people to your website, to your business, let them know what you're about. Second, your about page, you want to tell them about yourself, increase your trust levels and increase the familiarity with you this way. Faces, photos, even a video, awesome things to do, things to have on your about page. Even a video just like this one explaining yourself. Services, products page, tell people what you do. Straightforward, and you can also then guide them to a contact page from there. And finally, yes, number 4, the contact page. You want people to be able to contact you, because if people can't contact you, then they can't really do business with you in a lot of particular environments. So that's just a few tips for today for your website. Basically, to try and, you want those 4 pages up there, because those are the pages people go looking for. They go looking for home, about, contact, services. People go looking for those pages and they land on your website if they want information, because they're common pages that have that information. They're generally designed to have information people are looking for. So yeah, I hope you like this video. Once again, if you did like it, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I hope to talk to you soon. Thank you very much.